We did our homework, and our homework, I think, is now like the payoff. I'm Kris. That's Tyler. Today, we're going to be reacting to the AP poll, giving our, I think, final looks at our preseason top 25, kind of just like discussing all things college football. That's my co-host, Tyler. Tyler, what is up?
Nothing, man. I'm tired of talking. I just want to talk about the actual games. I don't want to talk about nonsense anymore. Let's just get to the fucking games.
You want pads to pop. Tyler's in a pads pop kind of mood.
I am. But I got a game for us.
What you got?
This quarterback or that quarterback?
Oh, okay.
You ready?
Yep.
Kevin Jennings or Rocco Becht?
Give me Kevin Jennings pretty easily. I love Rocco Becht, but Kevin Jennings is just better.
Kevin Jennings or Lenore Sellers?
Give me Kevin Jennings again. I am Lenore Sellers' biggest hater. I think that he doesn't actually care about development. I think he was crowned way too early. I hate that he won Freshman of the Year over Jeremiah Smith. Like, everything about Lenore Sellers bugs me. And I think he is not as twitched up as Anthony Richardson, but like, you can kill the man, but not the idea. So give me Kevin Jennings again.
I agree. Kevin Jennings or Damon Williams?
Oh, this one's fun because like Kevin Jennings has been better, but I'd project Damon Williams to be better this year. I'm really high in Washington. And the fact that like Damon was only 19 a year ago, like he's electric, he's explosive. This year I would take Damon Williams over Kevin Jennings.
I agree. Now, this is where it gets interesting. Damon Williams or Darian Mensah?
Darian Mensah. It's got to be Darian Mensah.
Yeah.
Darian Mensah's cold, man. You squint your eyes and you see like Justin Fields like throwing from when he was in 2019, 2020. That's what he looks like with his arms. Now, he is a little bit loose with the football. And I wanted to pick my Big Ten brethren, but give me Mensah over Damon Williams.
Okay. Mensah or Jaden Maeva?
Oh, God. Crap.
Uh-huh.
You know what? Give me Maeva with Lincoln Riley. I'm not turning around. I'm not looking back. I'm not looking back.
If I look back, I might change my mind.
Yeah. If I look back, I might see her and I love her. So, hey, Jaden Maeva, and I'll smell you later.
All right, last one, Jaden Maeva or Trinidad Chambliss?
Honey Who Shrunk the Quarterback. Give me Trinidad Chambliss. I mean, Trinidad Chambliss is he is better. Trinidad is. I think that Ole Miss is going to regress, but I think they could regress, and Trinidad Chambliss could have better numbers than he had a year ago. But I also wonder, like, how is he going to? You know what? No, give me Maeva again. I'm big projection Maeva guy, and I also don't like Kirby. Not Kirby. What's his name? Kirk Herbstreit keeps calling Trinidad Chambliss the face of the sport.
Are we done with the dog thing with Kirk Herbstreit yet? Like, come on,
dude. I think I've told you 100 times, bro. I saw him in Atlanta at the nice steakhouse, and he brought the dog in with him.
Like, either put a service vest on this dog or leave it at home.
Yeah. It's a yellow flag, dude. It's like when Vrabel, his first press conference after the Diana Rossini thing, he brought the dog to the podium. It's like, big dog, we know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Can't fool Chris, bro.
I agree.
Yeah.
I listen, I'm a big Jaden Maeva fan. I've said on the show that I think he's going to be the second best quarterback in the Big Ten. I think he's a sneaky first-round pick. I think Lincoln Riley quarterbacks work. I think they put up numbers, and they do well in the NFL. I mean, they just do. I mean, look at it.
I'm high on Maeva this year, kind of drastically high, because I saw so much from him that I liked a year ago, and he's had so much time to kind of hone things in. So I'm high on Maeva.
Me too. I don't think you were wrong. I think I would have taken. No, I think we agree. We agreed the whole way through. The scariest thing as a Browns fan was Browns media and Cleveland media talking about how much they like Lenore Sellers, and I wanted to throw up. It was like the most obvious thing that like these people don't watch college football.
I was gonna say, I think the most hilarious thing that like, and I try to warn you about it, and then you saw it really big time this year, is like NFL fans don't cross over to watch college football. No. They just don't. Like NFL fans that don't watch college football are hilarious, bro. Because you'll get like some like crazy comps for guys that you and I watched. And it's like, oh my God, he's terrible.
Yeah, I don't understand. So, yeah, I think the top 5-ish quarterbacks. We can talk about them in a little bit, but they're all kind of, to me, equal. The
Okay.
Julian Sand, the Dante Moore, the Arch, the CJ Carr, the Josh Hoover. Like, they're all kind of like they all have their issues or faults.
Yeah.
But they're all super talented. And it's like you can make an argument for all of those guys. Like,
I will make an argument for each of them, I think, throughout the season too.
Yeah. So, depending on like if they play well, you can make an argument that they're the best, and then they play bad. Like, well, I told you that's the fault, and it's what came true. So,
bingo.
We'll see. But hey, man, AP Top 25 came out.
Yeah, dude. Here it is. Here's the first look at the AP Top 25. The top row: Ohio State 1, Oregon 2, Georgia 3, Notre Dame 4, Texas 5, Indiana 6, Miami 7, A&M 8, Ole Miss 9, Oklahoma 10. Thoughts when you saw this top 10?
Well, it's interesting because when I saw the top 10, I was like, for the top 6, even honestly the top 7, they're the same for me. They're just in different. I have them in a different order. So I was happy to see, and it's clearly like they believe that the best in the Big Ten are the best in the country.
Yeah, I mean, here we go. I think it is the right team's wrong order, but I think that speaks to how tight things are. I'm going to throw up your top 10, or your top 7, so people can see both of them. Excuse me. Tyler has Oregon at 1, Indiana 2, Notre Dame 3, Ohio State 4, Texas 5, Miami 6, Georgia 7. He did make a change from the last time that he gave a top 25, and that is Indiana all the way up to 2. Do you want to explain that before we go back to the AP top 25?
Yeah, so I was thinking about I switched Indiana and I moved Texas back. And I did a few things, and I broke down a few different, like I was breaking down the units of these, like basically 5 teams. And to me, Indiana, I have a grading scale on how I grade these teams and how I think about these teams looking forward. And like, I am unapologetically like I'm an elitist of college football. Like, I'm just concerned about, my main concern is the teams that can win the national championship, and I don't feel bad about it. I'm not a G6 Tyler. I don't care. I'm not gonna lie to you. And you muted yourself there.
Oh, I'm a G6 guy. I love the smaller schools.
So, but if you think about it, they have a quarterback. Actually, I'm going to talk about the quarterback last with Indiana. They have a amongst the top 5 teams, amongst my top 5 teams, they have the second best offensive line. They have the second best defensive line. And they have the 1B coaching staff.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, they check a lot of the boxes. And
you
then
give them 1B behind Ohio State?
Correct. 1A, 1B. I prefer the NFL experience.
Yeah. I do too. I do have Indiana as 1A just because like I need to see it with Arthur Smith, and then I'll be more than willing to.
But when it comes to quarterback position, like, did anybody really think that Fernando Mendoza was a number 1 overall pick when he was at Cal?
No, I was really high on Fernando, and I talked about him with you and with Ron a bunch of times. Yeah. I never foresaw this.
So they turned Fernando Mendoza into the Heisman Trophy winner, number 1 overall pick. Curtis Rourke was at Ohio University and became an NFL draft pick.
Yeah.
Like, he got drafted.
And with no ACLs.
Josh Hoover is more talented than both of them.
Yeah.
Raw talent, just straight raw arm talent, all those things.
And was more productive than both of them.
And more productive.
The year before they went.
So all we have to go off of is that they have found a formula through a running game and a defense that allows the quarterback to be successful in their system.
Mm-hmm.
Well, who am I to say that it's not going to work now when all we've seen is it has worked? And as far as I'm concerned, they have the quarterback, they have the coaching staff, they have NFL wide receivers, and they have a defensive line in the front 7, front 6, however you want to describe it, that can stop the run and get to the quarterback.
Yeah.
Like those are the things that like the recipe for success to be a national champion.
Honestly, and that's why looking at the AP poll, I was shocked to see them at 6 on the AP poll behind Georgia and here we go. I had them at 4, I believe.
Yeah.
So here is my top 25. I have them at 4. The rosters of Oregon, Texas, and Notre Dame are just so ridiculous that they should be the top 3 teams in America. And I slid Indiana at 4. I thought about moving them past Notre Dame after they got those 2 additions, but I think 6 is just far too low in the actual AP poll, like far too low.
Yeah, and the biggest thing, if my complaint with the top 6 is Georgia. Like when you talk about Notre Dame, Indiana, Texas, Oregon, Ohio State, I think for the most part, I think Oregon and Texas probably have as a whole the rosters a little bit better, but like the margins between those 5 teams are slim.
Yeah, pretty slim.
And so for me, Indiana rises in the coaching area, and I think Texas has out of those 5 teams, Texas has the worst staff of those 5 groups, those 5 teams.
Yeah, and of those 5 teams, additionally, they're the only one that has the head coach call plays.
Correct. And so for Georgia, and I think Georgia is behind all 5 of those teams when it comes to the coordinators. Obviously, like I have a lot of respect for Kirby Smart. I've been on the show and I say Kirby Smart, if you want to argue second or third, I'm not going to argue with you. Whatever you want to describe it, I have a lot of respect for Kirby Smart. What I don't have respect for is Mike Bobo. Like bubble screens and seam passes, not moving the needle for me. I don't respect what Georgia does on the offensive front, and I think Georgia's going to win the SEC. But I think when they face a team like an Ohio State, like an Oregon, like an Indiana, like a Notre Dame, they're going to struggle to score points.
Yeah.
Because in those games where the matchup games, it's too hard to score touchdowns when every drive has to be 8, 9, 10, 11 plays. Mm-hmm. You have to be able to make big plays in those games. And until I see it, I'm not going to believe that they can do that.
Yeah.
And so that's why I have Georgia at 7. It's interesting because I have Georgia win the SEC, but I have Texas ranked in front of them.
And that's because the Texas roster, this is like the best roster we'll see from Texas. And honestly, I'm ranking Texas as high as I've ranked them because I expect you to be this, not because I think you are that.
Sure. So it's interesting, like when you start looking at, and I think if we're being honest, like the 7 teams that we're talking about, Oregon, Indiana, Notre Dame, Ohio State, Texas, Miami, Georgia, I think those 7 teams, and then there is a significant gap between them and the rest.
Yeah, because like your 8, 9, 10 is Oklahoma, USC, and now you have bumped up LSU. That's where I have LSU as well.
Yeah, Kris and I had the same top 10. You and I had the same top 10, just in a different order.
Yeah. Yeah, because my top 10, I have Ohio State 5, Miami 6, Georgia 7, Oklahoma 8, USC 9, LSU 10.
Yeah.
We're pretty aligned. Honestly, we really reshuffle because I have Alabama 11th. But back to the AP poll. The AP 11 through 14 go LSU, Texas Tech, Alabama, BYU, USC. I was shocked by how low USC was. I would definitely move them up. Texas Tech and LSU are the transfer portal merchants. They're going to have like really good rosters, well-built rosters. I don't know what I'm going to get out of quarterback play from Texas Tech, but they have a ridiculous roster.
I mean, Texas Tech, of the teams in the top 25, Texas Tech has the worst schedule, the easiest schedule of every single team in the top 20 in the AP top 25.
1,000,000%.
It's not even close. I did a scoring system where it was 3 points for a top 10 opponent, 2 points for 11 through 20, and then 1 point for 21 through 25. And then I gave you an extra half a point for a road game. Mm-hmm. And Texas had 1 point.
Texas Tech
had 1 point.
Yeah, that's horrible. What, the BYU game?
No. They play Houston.
Oh, the Houston game, yep. because Houston is in your top. Is Houston in the AP top 25? Yeah,
Houston,
23.
yeah, they're 23.
Snuck in there.
So that's the only opponent that Texas Tech has on the schedule in the top 25 is Houston, and they get them at home, which is like it's a shame. And
because you're really not going to know what they are to the playoffs is what that is.
Correct.
Yeah,
if they make it there, which
Good.
I don't know if they make it there. I think BYU is better. I think BYU is a better team.
I hope it's Oklahoma State and Houston in the Big 12 title game.
Could be. I could see it.
That's my hope. Because I really like those two teams. They're both fun, and they feel like the throwback Big 12 teams. Texas Tech doesn't feel like a throwback Big 12 team. And when we do conference inclusion in the postseason, I want the throwback teams. Don't try to be an SEC team. Be a throwback team of your conference.
Well, the thing that I don't understand, and like how the AP voters could vote Texas Tech as high as it, like we don't know who's playing quarterback for them.
No, we do.
We do, but like we don't know how good he is.
Well, we saw him one time last year.
Okay.
Against Arizona State. They lost.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Making my point even more.
Yeah.
I don't understand.
They try to break the sport so we didn't see this kid play. So I think he stinks.
Yeah.
You know how bad you got to be for them to be willing to ruin the sport because they don't want to see you out there?
I don't. Their roster must be so much better in the Big 12 than everybody else.
It's a really sound roster everywhere, and they're gonna have good running backs as well. But I wanted to ask you about the order of Michigan, Washington, Penn State, SMU, and Tennessee, and there is a tie, BYU and USC. So Michigan is 16th instead of 15th.
So I don't understand how Tennessee is in here at all. To be quite honest with you,
at 20, I don't know.
I think Tennessee is going to struggle to make a bowl game.
I want to say this as disrespectfully as possible. Tennessee ahead of Iowa is criminal.
Whatever the line is, whatever the line would be for that game, I would hammer Iowa.
It would be Iowa would be a 10-point favorite today over Tennessee.
To me, Tennessee. So Tennessee has the 12th. Based on the scoring system of the AP Top 25. This is not something that I maneuver to prove a point. This is just straight system like I explained it. Tennessee has the 12th hardest schedule of the top 25 teams. I don't know how that team, I think Tennessee is going to struggle to make a bowl game. I really believe that.
They didn't beat a team with a winning record a year ago.
Yeah, and they're going to be
worse. They got worse.
They got worse.
Yeah. Dude, I don't know. Them ahead of Iowa is so disrespectful, especially if you consider how Iowa ended the year and kind of the pedigree of Iowa right now.
Well, the thing about Iowa,
Missouri at 25 is a joke.
Yeah, dude. Missouri has the tied for second hardest schedule of the AP top 25 teams. They're going to go 7-5, 8-4. 8-4 is their ceiling.
Yeah, but they're going to start off 5-0. That's the issue. They're going to start off 5-0. They're going to climb all the way to 15, and then they're going to be the slaughtering cow for the SEC. But it's going to be a quality win for them because they already started in the top 25. And they're going to climb up super quickly.
I don't understand why can't we, when we talk about strength of schedule, why can't we just evaluate it at the end of the season?
Well, we tried to. The issue is the quality wins, and it becomes really.
But is it quality if a team is ranked 12th and they go 7-5?
Yeah,
can we look at that as a quality win?
ESPN counts those as ranked wins. If you were wondering,
kiss my ass.
Hey,
you stink.
That's hey. Well, I mean, I've been on that. It's disgusting.
I don't know, man. It's just one of the. It's I don't understand why. It's and we shouldn't. I shouldn't be getting this bent out of shape about it because it doesn't really. It matters. That's the thing. It does matter though. These things do matter.
No, it matters for me. I've accepted it though, and the best thing is all right, stack the deck in your favor. We're still on that ass. Stack the deck in your favor. We're going for 4 straight. Not to be a conference warrior right now, but we're going for 4 straight.
Yeah.
Before we get too far, we kind of buried the lead on this. I want to know your thoughts on Ohio State being number 1 in the AP poll.
I don't see how that is a possible. Like, in all biasness aside, like, I don't think Ohio State should be the number 1 ranked team in the country.
I wholeheartedly agree with you.
Of the top 5 teams that I mentioned, they have the worst offensive line of the top 5. They have the 4th best defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like, the quarterback is good. The receivers are special, obviously. The coaching is really good, you know, but there's a lot of the question mark of the offensive line. Like, offensive line is the second most important position in football, like unit in football, and they are the worst of the top 5. So by default, how can they be number 1? But there's a couple research things I saw. The average preseason AP ranking for the national champion is 4.5. So throw out that AP top 25.
So that would mean
Notre Dame and Texas would be your
historically historically average. That's the median. That's the mean team.
That top row, according to the traditions, according to the average of the AP ranking, somebody in that top 5 is going to win the national title.
Mm-hmm.
There's only one team in the playoff, and this is all playoff era numbers. Only been one team to win the Natty after being ranked number 1 in the preseason poll. Do you know what year or what team it was?
It had to be one of the Bama teams.
2017.
Okay.
And only one team has won the Natty when being ranked outside of the top 6.
And that was Indiana.
Indiana was ranked 20th last year.
Mm-hmm. I have another one for you.
Sure.
In the last 3 years, the ranking for the champ has been number 2 out of the last 3 years. A preseason ranking.
That is correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
And then Penn State blew the whole thing up by finishing unranked because they were preseason AP number 2 last year.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think Ohio State deserves to be number 1. I don't think they're number 1 team in the country based on their roster and how it works, but I guess.
But let's go wire to wire. Like, let's see it. That'd
be cool. I mean, it would be interesting to see a team like run the table and do that. I don't think that's going to happen.
I think this is a wrong ranking, though. I do.
So, but I think this isn't going to be a situation where like Ohio State turns into Penn State of 2025.
No, I mean, I think the most likely Penn State candidate is Texas. Hard schedule plus an unstable.
So let me ask you, of the teams in the top 10, which 2 teams are the most likely teams in the top 10 to be outside the top 25 at the end of the year?
A&M, Ole Miss.
I agree.
Yeah, A&M, Ole Miss.
I think one of those teams is going to be outside the top 25 when it's all said and done.
I agree. A huge regression for both those teams, I believe.
I think A&M has the chance to be a playoff team. If I had to pick between the 2, I'd say A&M has a better chance to be a playoff team than Ole Miss.
Ole Miss is the bigger regression to me.
Can you name me 2 teams outside of the top 12 that will be inside the top 12 when it's all said and done?
Yeah, that's pretty easy, actually. I have USC and Alabama.
See, I don't have USC. I have Alabama.
Okay.
The other team I have is Southern Methodist, SMU. I think Alabama and SMU are my 2 teams outside that top 12 that have the best chance to get into the top 12.
Fair, real.
You know, SMU I have it as tied for 19th of strength of schedule right now of the top 25 teams. I think Alabama, if DeBoer picks the right quarterback and their offensive line gets better, they're already one of the top 12 teams in the country. It's not even really. It's just I need to see it.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's particularly, close. USC schedule to me, I don't trust Lincoln Riley to navigate the schedule. I think he's going to have at least 3 losses.
Lincoln Riley is like that toxic girlfriend that like always goes to the beach. I will always take you back.
I don't know if a 9-3 USC team gets in the playoff.
I do.
It depends what happens in those 3 losses.
Here we go. Well, yeah, if they need to be not blowouts, but I think 2 9-3 teams are getting in. Is my
It
take.
also depends on who those 3 losses come to.
Yeah, depends on the landscape. Depends on a lot
Like
of
if you
things.
lose of the 3 games where they're going to be underdogs, if they win one of those, they're 9-3. Then I could see it.
They're going to win one of them.
It just depends on what you value. Like, do you value a quality win or the bad loss?
I think quality wins in today's era overweigh bad losses.
I agree.
I mean, the committee told us that last year. They told us that.
Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah. Because you can chalk up you know what it is? You could chalk up a bad loss to a fluke, but you don't chop up a good win to a fluke. Because good wins give you the head-to-head metric. In fact, one of my takes was it's almost better to lose to a bad team and win the head-to-head against a really good team, because you're not going to be in a this team or that team. Oh, head-to-head, got to give it to them. It's almost better to lose to the. It's better to lose. It was better for Ohio State in 2014 to lose to Virginia Tech than lose to a good team, because when we're doing the rankings at the end, that loss to a quality team puts that team ahead of you, where Virginia Tech is viewed as fluky.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
Yeah,
I think it also depends on what you look like in your other games, right? Because last year, it depends on what the landscape looks like too. If there's a bunch of 10-2 teams and you're a 9-3 team, like, you're going to get left out.
yeah.
But if you're a 9-3 team comparing to another 9-3 team, who did you lose to? Who did you beat? But also, what did you look like in your other wins? Like the Texas argument last year was like, well, you lost to Ohio State, you lost to Georgia, and then you lost to Florida,
And
but you also look like ass against Kentucky and Mississippi State.
Yeah, like you're fraudulent. Like we could say fraud alert, scam. It's scam likely.
And it's the same thing. Like when I talked to college football with Sam, he asked me what I thought about Ohio State going 9-3, and if they get in, I said, well, it depends. But I also think, like in Ohio State's scenario, and I feel like this way about a lot of teams, a 9-3 team with 3 good losses probably had some ugly wins along the way because they're a flawed football team.
Yeah, and also like you have to have a signature win on the season.
Correct. No, Ohio State has a schedule where, like, Ohio State, Texas, Oklahoma, they're going to have the schedules where if they do go 9-3, they will have quality wins along the way because their schedule is good enough.
Have a signature win, unless one of the signature wins falls apart, right?
True.
Like here we go. Like if Michigan ends up being bad this year, that doesn't count as a signature win for Oklahoma.
True. Or Ohio State.
Yeah. Bingo. So, anything else you want to hit today? This is a great little 30-minute-er.
No, I think, we are so close.
So close.
Kris and I, we didn't really want to, we haven't put out too many Kris and Tylers because we're just not into the fluff. Like, we're not going to just make up shit to talk about just to talk about it.
And that was my big thing. I hate doing shows of like writing when there's not much to write about, because obviously like I do another college football show and then I have Signal Law, so it's like I already have to dig so deep. Like I'd rather just like have really meaningful. Like I want this show to feel like a hearty meal. This is steak and potatoes. No cream puffs over here. Steak and potatoes.
Yeah. Kris has got Signal Loss going on. I'm got the I-71 going.
Dude, you're killing it, man. People like you solo, man. I'm almost offended, but not quite.
Well, you shouldn't be offended yet. I haven't caught you in views on my solo stuff yet. But
I'm not even counting. What I'm more worried about is like when the Browns fans start to show their teeth to you when you're right. That's the
fuck them.
That's what makes me nervous the most.
Just don't. I don't even care.
Right. Yeah, real deal. But
I'll only be concerned if Guardians fans start not liking me because, well,
I think you've earned a lot of cachet with Guards fans because you've been right. But yeah, no, like and sub. This show will be out on Tuesday, which is really good, and then we'll be back maybe Thursday, maybe Friday. We'll talk a little bit later about it. But hey, make sure you like and sub, and go follow Tyler on socials too. He tweets out a ton of stuff, really impactful, really meaningful, at least for me, and good stuff, like good number stuff. And we will be back when we're back. Obviously, like there's stuff coming on the channel all the time. But yeah, till next time.
Peace.